Okay, it's Thursday, May 26, 2022, 1:53 p.m. It's 72 degrees Fahrenheit. We're now in Grand Center. This is, again, one of the 79 neighborhoods in the city of St. Louis. This is the self-made man sculpture. You see him carving himself out. The future is bright. We're now on the other side of Lindell here, which is the Grand Center, the Arts District. St. Louis U over on the other side. Here's the International Photography Hall of Fame and Museum. There's a hotel next to it. Here's Vito's restaurant right here. They got some good pizza here. We're on Lindell. Coming up on Grand. There's St. Francis Xavier College Church again over on the left corner. Metropolitan Artisan Lofts over there. This is Jesuit Hall, still part of St. Louis University. St. Francis Xavier Church right across the street over there. So we're in Grand Center. That's Verhagen Hall across the street over there, part of St. Louis University, all of that. This is the Scottish Rite Cathedral. This was built in 1924. Again, that's part of St. Louis University across the street over there. Now this is the St. Louis University Museum of Art. Became an art museum in 2002. It is free. This building was built in 1899. It's Beaux-Arts. And this building was used for planning for the 1904 World's Fair. It was visited by several presidents. Grover Cleveland, McKinley, Taft, Roosevelt, Woodrow Wilson, Ann Harding, Woolworth, from the Woolworth Dime Company, bought it in 1925. And SLU bought it in 1992. Became an art museum in 2002. Woolworth, of course, is one of those underdog stories. At 21, he worked in a dry goods store, and they didn't let him wait on customers because he couldn't make a sale. So he's a story just like Michael Jordan, who was cut from his high school basketball team, or Walt Disney, who was fired from a newspaper because he lacked imagination, or Thomas Edison, who they said was too dumb to learn anything. So those are a few examples. Woolworth was a company that was in the Dow Jones Industrial Average from 1924 to 1997, and it was replaced by a company called Walmart. The other thing I want to mention about that is the Woolworth building in New York City. That was their headquarters, and that was designed by Cass Gilbert, who also did the Art Museum in Forest Park, as well as the St. Louis Central Library in downtown St. Louis. So that's what this building is here. Very historic, St. Louis University Museum of Art. Now right next to that, this is the new Masonic Temple. It was built in 1926, right next to the St. Louis U Museum of Art. And now we're coming up on the Coronado Hotel. William Inge lived here. He lived here in 1943. He was a teacher at Wash U from 1946 to 1949. He was a playwright and novelist, had a relationship with Tennessee Williams. So you see it there, 3701 Lindell. We're at the Coronado. William Inge wrote Picnic. Won a Pulitzer Prize in 1953. And Splendor in the Grass, which won an Academy Award. Those are two of our very famous St. Louisans. William Inge, who lived here, and Tennessee Williams. He wrote A Streetcar Named Desire. Won a Pulitzer Prize in 1948 and one in 1955 for Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. They were friends, lovers, some would say. William Inge, he lived here. Now again, across the street here on Lindell, you have more St. Louis University buildings. Okay, so we're at the Lindell Towers here. Right over here, you see this is 3745 Lindell. This is where the two St. Louis baseball managers lived during the 1944 season, and it was the Cards' Billy Southworth and the Browns' Luke Sewell, the managers, and they both lived here. They were both on the road at different times because they both played at Sportsman's Park, but they met in the World Series. So Luke Sewell got this for the World Series. Billy Southworth said, "I'll figure something else out." I hear a couple different stories about that. One of them says he won a coin toss, but anyway, the Browns' Luke Sewell. But they both shared an apartment here, Cardinals and the Browns manager, during the 1944 season. You know, right here I'll show you this. This is where our local public television is, Channel 9. Okay, now this is where the Contemporary Art Museum is. I've once again found myself going in a different direction than what had been planned. But that's okay. Now this is the Contemporary Art Museum. Now they don't have a permanent collection there, but they have shows. Contemporary artists put on shows, so they always have new and different things there. So there's a Contemporary Art Museum again from over on this angle. So they always have exhibits there. Hey, here's the Pulitzer Arts Foundation. It's another art museum. Okay, I went in there just to take a look at it. So, you know Joseph Pulitzer. He was a Missouri state rep for a while. And there's many awards in different categories named after him. Well, that's his grandson and his wife. The grandson passed away. The wife is still alive. And she donated to that. Okay, here we are at the Sheldon Concert Hall now. I believe this seats over 700 people. It's another great venue. Grand Center's an amazing arts district. And this board changes. They've got several people lined up. All kinds of things here. This was built in 1912. You see, this is parking for the Fox Theater here. And this plaque for Bob Bowdendistel. He's the great uncle of one of my nieces. Okay, we made it up here to Grand. Here's the fabulous Fox Theater right here. This opened in 1929. So there's the Fox Theater. Now that is an amazing venue right there. Seats about 4,500, 4,600, something like that. That is an awesome place right there. I've seen David Copperfield there. There's been countless things there. Really an amazing place. Really an awesome place. When you see that line in the evening lining up to go to a show, it's awesome down here. So there's the Fox Theater right there. So we are just up a ways right here. This hotel right here is where it used to be the Missouri Theater in 1925. That's when the Rockettes were formed, right here in St. Louis. And they took their show to Broadway, and Rothafel, he said, we got to have this here. And they were called then they were the Missouri Rockets when they were here, the Missouri Rockets. Then he called them the Roxyettes for a while, and they eventually became the Music City Hall Rockettes. This was the Missouri Theater right here. This is where it started for the Rockettes. They have a star in the Del Mar Loop, the St. Louis Walk of Fame. The Rockettes have a star. They started right here in St. Louis. And we got the Fox right down the street here. We're on North Grand now. You see art stuff everywhere. And right up here is Powell Hall, where the St. Louis Symphony plays. St. Louis Symphony Orchestra, right here at Powell Hall in Grand Center. So this also opened in 1925. That Missouri Theater right back there closed in 1957. And that's where we'll wrap this tour up here on North Grand. So this is Grand Center, the Arts District. It's really pretty awesome. So it's one of the 79 neighborhoods in the city of St. Louis. So I hope you enjoyed this. Like it, subscribe, and I'll see if I can get to some more neighborhoods around St. Louis. Thanks again for watching.